All right, today was really quick. Guys, I didn't have much time this morning. I'm trying to schedule, I'm trying to fit trading into my schedule. So I've been getting up and starting work about 2, 3 in the morning just so I can get a lot of work in and then I can capture 30 minutes to an hour right at the open and be done. So today was only 30 minutes. It's all I had time for. I made one big error and took a huge loss, and I'm going to show you what happened. But I did trade from exactly 9:30 to 10, except for this little glitch right here. So I was working, like I said, about 2, 3 this morning, and I stopped at about 9:30 right here, and I set up my charts so that they'd be ready for that kind of 10 a.m. time that I wanted. And I needed to pull up. So I got everything all set up like you see here. I had also set up this earnings Wednesday AM. Now, at the end of this video clip here, at the end of this, we're going to go over earnings and how I list them over here. I'm going to do a quick recap on that. And then I'm also going to link at the end of this video my earnings prep work that I do, that video I did that shows you the entire prep work I do so that you can be ready, because tomorrow, I believe is Tesla tomorrow. And tonight is, let's look at this. Tonight is T-Mobile, and I think it's T-Mobile, and or that's AT&T. Damn it, what was I going to say? Oh, GEV. You guys, GEV, I've actually made money on GE Vernova in the past on their earnings. It can run, if it has really good earnings, it can run for several days. So if you like earnings and you like larger cap stocks, look at GEV and just, go back and see what it normally does on earnings. And I've noticed that it can run for several days. Okay, I just wanted to say that. All right, NBIS, here's the mistake I made. When I had my charts all set up and I wanted to minimize the screen by this minimize button at the top right corner, I've done this so many times. You guys have seen, if you've watched many of my videos, I'm just in a hurry. I got a lot going on at my desk. And I'm in a swivel chair, and I went to push this mouse up here to hit this minimize button. And right when I went across here, I don't know what happened. I think I moved my chair slightly and it made my finger press as it was going across this area. I either hit buy or sell. I can't tell, but either way, it was the wrong direction. And I sat here staring. I heard the click or the beep, and I stared and I was down. And I held on for a few minutes to see if it would just go back to break even so I could just get out and move on. And it didn't. So I finally just got out. I can't remember now what it was. I was either shorting or going long by mistake. So I was down $56, I think. So my goal, I wrote here, I just had to take the loss. My goal was to come back at the open and get green on this one. So this for sure, I just decided I was going to trade it. I own this stock and it had news today. So I was actually wanting to see if my price was up or not. Anyways, so I did come back. So I started at 10. I traded something else right at 10, but this is 10:17. I remembered I needed to get over here. So I came over here. All I was doing was trying to get that frickin' $56 back. So we pull up here. Obviously, we're coming up. I'm pulling back to the 9, and that's my thing. I love pulling back to the 9. So I just scalped right in this area, this candle. We went up, and it came back and then pulled back and just tapped the 9, and I said, done, I'm getting in. Now, volume bars were not good. We're way below volume, but I didn't care. I didn't have much time, and I needed to get that money back, so I just took scalps here. And you guys, I went real high share size. As you can see, I took 100 and then 200, and then I got out 300. And I scaled in and out. I was just trying to see what I could capture in the shortest amount of time. Now, not only did I make the $50 back, but I ended up getting up to $71.88. Okay, let's go to NVIDIA. NVIDIA, that was my main one. I thought I was only going to trade one. I was actually trying just to trade one stock, but I did so well right here that I didn't want to lose the money. And you know how I am. If you watch my videos, you know that once I get that like 75, $100, sometimes even only 50, I just move on to another stock, because if I give back money, I start to spiral. It's weird. If I take a loss initially, I can just walk away a lot of times or just capture that loss back. But once I get to a certain point in profit and I give a little back, I need to just walk away or just not go there at all. So I just literally traded these pullbacks right here. It went down, pulls back, I get in short, and I just kept trading this on the pullbacks. Now normally I don't take it back up into this area, but I do remember today, I think it was right here, somewhere in here, I took it back up So I was not only shorting, but I was actually turning around and going long because I did not have a lot of time to trade today. So I need to maximize my trades. I either need to do higher share size, capture moves that are really strong like this, where it's very deliberate and we're going south and I'm shorting. And I may have to start taking the longs back up on that pullback just to get, that $100 to $200. I'm just playing around. So now we're coming on to about 6:15 right here. So I know I'm only got like 15 minutes left. Right here is where I started the day, is 10 o'clock. Okay, let's go to Tesla. I didn't want to lose that 72, so I know I went to Tesla to see if I could make, because Tesla's good for like a quick amount of money, in a couple candles. And I did it, but I only made 775. I actually took a drawdown on this one. So, and then I was a little red on this first trade and I just couldn't handle it. And I think I got short here. I did. And then I think I didn't, no, I actually made money on this one. Somewhere in here, I lost a little bit. And then I got to 775. I said, forget it. I'm done. Tesla's just too hard. So then all I needed, you guys, was like $2 or $1 to get to $155. And I said, I got to go make like $3. It was $2, I think I needed. 2 or 3. I got 3. I was actually just trying to get to 150. And I was there and didn't realize it. So look at you guys, right on the 1029 candle, I knew I had 1 minute to make a couple bucks to get me to an even 155. And so I just jumped in here with 100 shares and literally jumped right back out right when I saw $3. I said, done. I got my goal, 155. So that's it. And I ended exactly on the 1030 candle. All right. So now let's go and look at earnings. I want to show you guys how I do these watch lists. Guys, this part of this little video clip that I'm going to make right here is going to be really short. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put at the end screen on this video a link. You'll see a thumbnail and it'll take you right to that video I did, the weekend workshop video I did, where I really went into a deep dive of how to prepare for earnings, how you can use AI to help your research. And it's very spot on for me anyways. And then I'm going to show you right now I'm going to show you how I created this watch list this morning. So I actually this morning created watch lists for every morning set of earnings and every afternoon set of earnings. Right now, at this very moment, I'm only concerned with Wednesday morning. So I had plugged all these in. I'm going to show you real quick where I did that. And the video will go over it as well. Now remember, I sort by mark percent change on these. You can see all these have earnings and it's in the morning, Wednesday morning. I sort by mark percent change. I want the runner at the very top, the biggest gainer. I mean, if you're wanting to short something, you could click this and it's going to sort by, click it twice, and it's going to sort by the ones that are the lowest. And those are the ones that you could short. I mean, you can short anything, but okay. I like doing it like this because I'll just scroll down like this and see the bottom. All right. Let's make a watch list. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to come up here to Market Watch. Oh, no, wait, sorry. The first thing you're going to do is you have to go to my favorite website for earnings, and it's called earningshub.com. Now, when you guys go to this, see this 2 right here? You can click on that. It expands it because there's so many. Look at here. We have a lot. This is Wednesday afternoon. We got Tesla, now IBM, Google, and then this is the morning. So right at the top is your calendar. You've got before the open, all the companies that are releasing earnings before the open. Tomorrow is Wednesday. GEV, that's what I'm watching. I'm also watching AT&T, and I'll probably watch Moody's as well. Now, remember, in the mornings, there's high spread, so be careful. And then after the close, here's the real important ones I want. I own a lot of these, so I want to make sure I watch these. All right, I think I have to switch it to a different screen, so I did. All right, what we're going to do is we want to add these we're going to start with the AM. Wednesday morning, we want to add these to a watch list, and we're going to sort them by mark percent change in ThinkOrSwim. So right where I showed you to grab that watch list, that blank watch list, you're creating a new one, and you're going to name it, oh God. Oh, I always name it earnings. Okay, so this one is going to be earnings Wednesday AM, and you're just going to start plugging these in. And you just plug in the ones that you want. Now, when I first started trading earnings, I put everything in. If there was 75 of them, I put them all in. But now I've been trading earnings for 3 years. I already know which companies move. I know which ones I want to watch. I know which ones have high spread that I don't want to possibly watch. And I can only trade 1 or 2 of them. The morning ones I could trade all day. But the evening ones, I can only trade 1 or 2 on my monitors at the same time. Now, if they're important, I'll still add them because the next day I'll keep the watch list up and they'll still be running the next day. So I'm just going to pick 3 here just to get it on here so you see. All right, save. It may not, I'm going to hit save. I'm going to pretend like I'm hitting save. I already have one called Wednesday earnings. So I'm just going to hit cancel, but you would hit save. All right, guys, and then let's go back to ThinkOrSwim. So you're back here. You've already come over here. You've already said that you want to create a watch list, and you already created it. You named it right here. You put all your symbols and you saved it. Now come up here, go back to your charts, and then just come over here, and then you can just pull this up. You just pull it up and you say, you either create one. Sorry, let's back up. I know some of you guys don't have this already and you don't know this. So right down here, this plus sign, hit the plus sign. And then you can put a watch list and then create a new watch list right there. Now it's giving me a new watch list right here. They just make it default, but you're going to change it to, now what I want to do is I want to do earnings, and I want to do, these are all the earnings that I have. This is good for you to see. This is all the earnings. I have a watch list for Friday because there's hardly ever any on there. So I merge the morning and afternoon together. It's rare that you get very many on Friday. And then Monday morning and afternoon, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. So let's do Wednesday morning. Now, I would go in and I don't want all this bid ask and all that. I get rid of that. So over here, you can get rid of it. I don't like the bid and the ask. I don't give a crap. If I'm going to trade it, I already know what to do. Remove. Okay. So pretend like this is the one. I'm going to get rid of that. This is my Wednesday earnings list now. I like to sort. I like relative volume. Sometimes I'll put on there volume for sure, mark percent change. And I love to know if it's easy to borrow or hard to borrow. You guys, I almost only trade easy to borrow stocks. If they're hard to borrow, like SpaceX, I've shied away from it because I want to be able to go long and short within seconds and flip. So now this is earnings tomorrow morning. I will watch these today because they might start running today. Look at GEV has and AT&T has. So that's why I'll keep it here. And then I'll also keep it here tomorrow because they could still keep running. Although Wednesday afternoon is the one I'd be most concerned about. So tomorrow, after these earnings have released, then what I'll do is I'll change this and I'll go to earnings Wednesday PM, and I'll change it to the PM, which tomorrow we have Tesla. You can see on here, Google, IBM now. This is going to be a huge day tomorrow. Oh my God. All right. So that's how I know when something's running right there on earnings. And especially once they release earnings, if it was good, let's say LVS has good earnings, that'll shoot up right to the top because I'm sorting by mark percent change. Okay, guys, right now you'll see a screen, you'll see a thumbnail pop up on the screen. That is a deep dive into using AI, creating these watch lists on the side, how I do so well at earnings. And I do really well. It's been my thing. 3 years ago when I started doing it, I just caught on. I own a couple businesses. I do consulting work. I'm big on business, so I'm sure that's why. But using AI really does help. Okay, guys, thanks so much. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Let me know how you did. I love it. Bye.